Welcome back to the Flow Friday Sports Show as we kick off our netball coverage here on Flow FM with the Western Eyre Netball Association. And as she does each week, Courtney Trowbridge is joining me on the line to tell us all the latest from this association. But Courtney, there's not too much to tell. There were no games last weekend.
Yeah, not too much to report. Everyone getting to enjoy a bye last weekend and, get ready for the last match of the round.
Well, the way I see it, on a league-wide bye weekend, no news is probably good news.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the weekend off, but straight back into it this weekend for round 5. So everyone should be nice and fresh. It should be a very high standard of netball played. And I'm thrilled by this first matchup. It was two teams that are probably exceeding expectations to a degree this year. It's the Ceduna Blues hosting the Western United Tigers. Now, if we do just call back to 2 weeks ago, Ceduna just went down by 8 goals to Wirralur, and the Western United Tigers did have a 20-goal win over Thevenard. So they're both coming into this one in pretty solid form.
Yeah, I think this will be interesting. It's 1 versus 4 on the ladder. Westies remain undefeated and are the only team to be undefeated so far. Blues had a pretty big loss to Hawks, but then were able to recover quite nicely and have a really competitive matchup against Wirralur. Ceduna Blues will start with their stronger goalie combination of Casey Grenfell and Holly Woods. They've made a change to their team, and Megan Sampson comes into the A grade, and she will fill the centre wing attack roles with their existing mid-court. I think Blues will continue to use their tactical changes on the weekend to keep their mid-court fresh. Their defensive lineup will be Tori Ronan, Hayley Clayton and Taylor Collins. For Westies, they'll start with Durrani Hoffrichter and Chloe Ettridge in goals, Java Shippard in wing attack and Nakia Skinner in centre. I'm not sure how they'll line up defensively. All of their defenders can play the 3 defensive positions, so it gives them a lot of versatility across those positions. I think key matchups will include Taylor Collins in goalkeeper for Blues up against Durrani Hoffrichter and goal shooter for Westies. Taylor had a really good game before the bye against Emma Willis, and she's back in her preferred defensive position this year. So I think this will be a great matchup to watch. Blues will see Jacinta Binstead in action for the first time. She's been playing goal defence for Westies. She has very good repeated efforts and ability to win ball, and she's been one of the key factors to Westies' win so far this year. So it'll be interesting to see how Blues' attacking line cope with it. I think Westies are in a role. They'll definitely want to stay undefeated after the first round. Blues have been working on their consistencies. Their coach, Hayley Clayton, has recognised they tend to have that one bad quarter in a game. So really looking to improve that and looking forward to a competitive match. I think Westies will get the win, but Blues will push them. I just don't think they'll be able to do it for a whole game.
All right, should be a solid game to kick off round 5. And Courtney, with the week off, is it common for teams to train during that week off, or do you think they just take the extra break and make sure to enjoy themselves and get a bit of time away from netball?
Yeah, I think normally teams would train. I think the A grade, with Kinniba not having an A grade, each team does get a bye or get 3 byes during the year. So normally teams would tend to train on those weekends to stay fit and stay fresh and keep that match play up. But I think from talking to most of the coaches, I think everyone was looking just to have a break, few tired bodies after the first few games. So just enjoying a break and having some time off.
All right, very good stuff. Well, let's get into our next game, and 2 more teams that, of course, coming off of that week off, they'll be coming in very fresh. Wirralur taking on the Hawks. It is a grand final rematch.
Yeah, 2nd versus 3rd, and the winner will secure 2nd spot. Wirralur will start with their usual lineup, and they're settling quite well. They have been the team with the most consistent combinations to start the year. Hawks, I'm not really sure how they'll line up. I think they may have a full team for the first time this week. Maddie Nicholson and Rochelle Wheaton should start in goals for West Coast Hawks, and that should see Shannon Johnson move into the mid-court. They've been playing well with the combination of Bella Tatham in wing attack and Kobe Freeman in centre, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with their mid-court. They'll have Alana Cotton in goal defence and either Tess Matthews or Tegan Joyce in goalkeeper. Exciting matchups, I think, will be Kobe Freeman and Jazz Billing through the centre. They're both having great years so far. And both teams have very strong, tall goal shooters in Emma Willis and Maddie Nicholson. So will be interesting to see how both teams work to shut this down. I think this will be a really close game. We're going in with a really quite settled lineup, building on new combinations from last year. Hawks are coming off a double bye. I'm sure they've been training this time, but haven't had a proper match-up in a few weeks and just working on their combos still. So I think I'm going to tip Wirralur in a close game.
A lot of talk about the double bye. As a player yourself, do you find it's good to have the extra, well, when you have a week off, when you've had the extra week off and it does become a double bye, is that beneficial for feeling fresh, or do you think you lose a bit too much of that match fitness?
Nah, definitely probably lose too much. I think at this time in the year, it's when you want to be building your match fitness to be ready for finals. So, I think 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays of no games, and then having to come back into that is quite hard work.
All right, well, that's bad news for Thevenard, who are on the bye this week. They'll be back in action next week off of a double bye themselves, but I'm sure they'll be able to rally themselves nicely. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, though, Courtney. In the meantime, that is it for the Round 5 action. Thank you very much for that. Good luck to everyone playing in the Western Eyre Netball Association this weekend. Should be a cracker of a weekend. Courtney, we'll catch up with you again next week. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan.